Aboru Aboye, how are you doing today? I welcome you to this episode of Isheshe Talks. Today's episode, we'll be talking about the balance between the spiritual and philosophical aspects of Ifa. Because Ifa is what embodies everything you do in Orisa worship. Whether you are Oya, you are Obatala, you are Shango, you are Yemaja, it is Ifa that embodies everything. So that's why I'm saying the philosophical and spiritual aspect of the balance between it, because we need to understand that as an initiate, you need to balance these two sides, and if you don't balance it, it is going to cause a lot of problems. Because an average Babalawo from Nigeria, majority of them their training only focus on that spiritual aspect. Yeah, an average Babalawo in Nigeria, even if they tell you they use 7 years to learn Ifa, their training focuses more on that aspect, which is the spiritual aspect. It's not that they don't have the material to go into the philosophical aspect, but they don't have the right training and mindset to go into the philosophical aspect, because they don't even care about it. To start with, they don't care about it. Because an average Babalawo, during their training, they teach them the techniques of how to make use of the Okbele. Because there are techniques that guides the use of Okbele. They teach them the techniques of how to use Ikin. There are techniques that guide them as to how to use it so they can get the right meaning for your consultation. And after that, they teach them how to do Ebo. Once they know all these things, they now teach them the verses inside Ifa. It is inside these verses that the philosophies are encoded, but they only teach them how to extract meanings for spiritual purposes. They don't teach them how to extract meanings for philosophical purposes. Because I mentioned that the balance between your spiritual and philosophical life, there has to be a balance with it. Because after you do your Ebo and you do your this thing, the Orisha will not fall down from Oru to come and bring things into manifestation for you. It is you that will use your leg to walk and use your mouth to talk, where you are going to get that thing that will lead into positive manifestation. So it means that you have to operate in the physical in order for the manifestation to come. Even though you've done that spiritual feeding and everything, you still need to do some physical activities to bring it into manifestation. And how can this and what do you need during these physical activities? It is the philosophy inside of Ifa you need. Because when they cast Ifa for you and they tell you that, hey, there's something happening in your life, this, you need to do able to this, they are just talking about the spiritual aspect. There is still a philosophy that Ifa wants to talk about regarding what is going on in your life. That is why I tell people, after your Ifa consultation, you need to look for an Ifa philosopher, that would do some sort of therapy section with you, with that materials you got from your Ifa consultation. I tell people, try and always record your Ifa consultation, write it down, so you can have, maybe in the nearest future, when you have a philosopher, somebody that knows how to dig deep into Ifa to, extract philosophy, they can help you do some therapy section, because everything is there. Everything is there. It's just that the person that is dealing with it does not really focus on the philosophical aspect, and you need it. There has to be a balance between both. And it is really affecting a lot of people, because they tell you you do it. I know some people in the diaspora that do Ebo every 2 weeks, every week. Some they do Ebo every month with a lot of money, but because they lack the philosophical aspect of Ifa to use to balance that spiritual aspect that the Babalawo has done for them, the problem keeps reoccurring. It keeps reoccurring, and it's more like you are rolling in circles, and you keep doing this elbow, you just keep rolling in circles. So it is the problem, and it is more like a virus right now in the Isheshe community, to the point that it is making people tired. It's making people tired, and even the worshippers too, they don't like the truth. They want lies. So take for example, when somebody like me is talking, it does not attract majorities, it only attracts few. Majority wants somebody that will tell them that when we do this spiritual work for you, one magic is going to happen in your life. There's no magic that will happen in your life, because you need to engage in some philosophical activities for beautiful manifestations to happen in your life. And these philosophical activities requires you to make use of the philosophies in Ifa, whether you like it or not. Take for example, you're an Ifa initiate, you did initiation into Ifa, and your bed told you. They just give you the general spiritual meanings. There is still philosophy inside it, whether you like it or not. There's still philosophy inside that bet odu of yours that you need to apply into your day-to-day activities, to facilitate your movement within your chosen career. Or do you think it is the Babalawo that will give you the proper guidance as regards to your chosen career? You think it's a Babalawo? It is you. It is you that know it is, because it is your career. It is you that is inside that world. They are not there. And what can they give to you that can help you with making that right decision in that career of yours? The only thing they can give you is the philosophy of Ifa. They provide you with the information. You digest it, understand it. It activates your intuition. So now you start receiving these intuitive messages that can help you in these physical day-to-day activities that you do. That leads into manifestation. So this is very, very important. And I feel like majority of I've talked about it in a lot of episodes. In fact, sometimes I talk about it briefly, and still people are not following me. But if there are people that are interested in this topic, that's still wants to go deep into this topic, I'll be doing a course on it. I'll be doing a course on it, and the course would be on it will be released on a platform where you can just make payment and have access to the course. So anybody that wants to, that is interested in the course, you can, reach out to me. Maybe you go to my website at ategbe.ng, get my email there, message me, let me know that you're interested in the course, or on my Instagram page, on my Facebook page. You can even get my business line on my maybe on my Instagram page or on my Facebook page. You can get it, send me a message on WhatsApp. Just let me know, so that when we release the course, I can forward the link to you so you can have access to it, because this is a very, very important topic. And we'll be talking more on this philosophical aspect with my own personal example on the next episode. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Ireo.